What was supposed to be a historic and celebratory evening turned into one of the most dramatic security incidents in recent American political history. Tonight, shots were fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and President Trump was rushed out by the Secret Service. Here's everything we know. Around 8:30 p.m., attendees heard what sounded like several gunshots believed to have come from outside the ballroom near a back stairwell opposite the stage where the president was seated. Attendees immediately crouched and hid under tables. Gunpowder could reportedly be smelled near the back of the room. Law enforcement sources said at least 6 shots were fired. The gunman was apparently positioned in the hallway near the metal detectors just outside the ballroom. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were taken off the stage by Secret Service agents within seconds of the shots being fired. Trump was initially taken to a secure holding area inside the venue before law enforcement requested all attendees leave entirely. A Secret Service agent was struck by a round during the incident, but was wearing a bulletproof vest and is expected to be okay. The gunman was taken into custody alive, but injured and hospitalized. President Trump took to Truth Social to address the nation. He wrote, "Quite an evening in D.C. Secret Service and law enforcement did a fantastic job. They acted quickly and bravely. The shooter has been apprehended." He also confirmed that the First Lady, Vice President, and all cabinet members are in perfect condition. Trump also announced that the event would be rescheduled within 30 days.
Police, and we just spoke with the mayor, and when we're finished, the police chief is going to take over and discuss it also from their viewpoint. But they also performed exactly as they were supposed to, and you see the attacker in different positions, but you also see the attacker totally subdued and under control. So as you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill. In Butler, Pennsylvania, less than 2 years ago, all know that story, and in Palm Beach, Florida, a few months after that, we came close. We really had, again, we had some great work done by law enforcement. But in light of this evening's events, I ask that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people. And there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together. I watched, and I was very, very impressed by that. But First Lady and I were taken very well care of very quickly, rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody to help. He doesn't want anybody to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you also said that it was very impressive. So with that, I'd like to ask Todd Blanche to come up, say a few words, and tell you it's already underway. The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person, and we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just White House correspondence. It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media. You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out. You've been very responsible. So Todd Blanche, I'd like to say a few words. I know we're going to have cash, and then you're going to go on. We can ask. I guess we can take a couple of questions. I want to thank the First Lady for that was a rather traumatic experience for her. There was a lot of action taking place up there very quickly. But again, the response time was really incredible.